Are you ready for the best, most objective, complete ending of all tier lists? And I mean, ending of all tier list. Crap. I screwed it up. Are you ready for the tier list that will end all tier lists for... Damn it. Are you ready for the Long Dark region tier list that will end all tier lists? The most objective, perfect tier list that will answer all of your questions about this game. If you are, then you picked the wrong video. All that just for me to make that stupid joke at the end. That's hilarious. This video is 100% just me being subjective, giving my opinion. So, by all means, feel free to rag on me for my bad opinions. But this is my list, and it can be whatever I want it to be. So, enjoy. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Or if you are new, welcome. And welcome to what is a very different kind of video for me. We're doing a tier list today because I thought it would be fun. I super duper hate that the colors that are here right now. This is wrong. S is blue. Wait, which color blue? That color. It's like a purple blue, but you know, it's better. I meant to do this beforehand and then I hit record and now I'm just here, so 1 second. Okay. So, anyways, I thought this would be fun to do. And, you know, it also, I'm getting some other videos in the works now and it might take me a while, so I was like, hey, let's get a fun little shorter video out this week. So yeah, I'm gonna rank all of the regions, and normally I would do something like, oh, well, let's look at it objectively and try to standardize it. No, today's all opinions, because it's fun that way. So, first one we have is Mystery Lake. I mean, it's kind of hard to not put Mystery Lake in S tier, right? Like, it's so iconic. It's such a just a very fun, beautiful region. It's fun for if you're advanced or if you are a newcomer. It's just got so much memorableness to it, I guess. Yeah, easy S for me. Now we have Hushed River Valley. You know, I might get I might make some people angry. That's gonna be a D tier for me. I'm not a big fan. It's beautiful, it's fun, but it's really boring. I don't know, I just don't, whenever I'm in the River Valley, it's always just so I can get something and then get out. I've never, ever stayed there for a prolonged period of time or wanted to stay there for a prolonged period of time. It's just, I don't know, if you want like pure wilderness survival, I guess this is like a great region for you, but I generally like to have some buildings and safe houses to work with, and yeah, it's also just so detached. Yeah, it's not my favorite region. Speaking of not my favorite region, hey look, it's Blackrock, F tier. Yeah, I just don't like Blackrock. I don't like it very much. It's the same thing, I've never wanted to stay in Blackrock for a long time, and it's just so segmented out. I really don't like how the prison isn't part of the, like, I don't like how you have to go through a loading screen to get to it. And I don't know, like, the entire left half of the map is, like, completely empty, really. Like, nothing really worth going for over there. It's just, it was a great region for the episode of Wintermute that it was made for, but I just really, really don't like doing it in survival at all. And then we have Desolation Point. Man, I really front-loaded this tier list with my hot takes, I guess. Desolation Point is going to be D tier for me. In front of Hushed River Valley, granted. But yeah, I know that a lot of people love this one, but I really am not one of them. Well, maybe D tier's too harsh. Yeah, we'll put it bottom of C. If anything else goes in C, it'll go at the bottom. Because I do actively not like being in Hushed River Valley, but I don't actively not like being in Desolation Point. Yeah. I don't know, I don't really like the dead-end regions, And Desolation Point it's just too small, and it was one of the like earliest regions, so it's gonna have less stuff going on. But I don't really like how the region is like you go there, you have the Riken, the whaling station, the lighthouse, and that's all. That's the only really important stuff there. You got three things. I mean, yeah, there's the mine, yeah, there's the church, but those really don't have anything super duper necessary to check for, as far as I can remember. But um, yeah, I don't know. And plus, there's no toilets, guys. Like what? It's just terrible. I'm kidding. It's not terrible, but I'm not a fan of Desolation Point very much at all. And then we have Bleak Inlet. Bleak Inlet is interesting. I'm gonna give Bleak Inlet a very low A. It's a very well designed region. I will give it that the region is pretty empty, aside from the upper plateau area and the cannery. I will say that's true. But again, I'm being subjective here, not objective. So I don't gotta be consistent. I'm kidding. But no, I like Bleak Inlet. You see, I've never wanted to stay there for a long period of time, but I do love the purpose that Bleak Inlet serves in the game, assuming that you're playing with guns at least. Like, I always love my ammo runs and trips to Bleak Inlet whenever I'm playing on survival mode. It's very fun. It helps me move, it helps me get around. I just love the purpose that Bleak Inlet serves. I love taking trips there. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to stay there forever, but it is always a very fun trip, fun journey. And I personally love Timberwolves. I mean, not when I'm playing Interloper and they start attacking me. I don't love them then, but from like a game design standpoint, I love Timberwolves. So I'm gonna give Bleak Inlet an A for sure. Broken Railroad, I'm gonna give a high C. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a high C because it's kind of got the same problems as Desolation Point, but I don't find myself as unhappy to be there. It's got like the same thing where most of the region is just literally nothing but walking, and then you have the maintenance yard, and then you have the hunting lodge. Now, it's not a dead end region like Desolation Point, so that adds a buff to it, or a bonus to it for sure. But I don't know. I find it more fun to be in a Broken Railroad, especially because the hunting lodge is just a really, really cozy and fun base spot, even if it's not the most convenient. Yeah. So I definitely would put that there. Forlorn Muskeg is a really interesting one. Cause my what I've been doing is I'm being like, oh, Mystery Lake, oh yeah, love that place. Blackrock, hate that place. Mystery Lake Forlorn Muskeg is a really weird one for me because I don't dislike it, but I also don't have any reason to like it. You know? I'm gonna I just am gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna put it in B. I know that a lot of people don't like the Muskeg, but I think that the purpose it serves for its spot in the world is really good. And like the Long Dark wouldn't be the Long Dark without the traveling through treacherous barren areas, right? Like that's part of the reason that I actually really like the Far Branch line. Some people say it's too long. I think it's the perfect length. Actually, I could argue that maybe it could even be a little bit longer. Because it's the thing. It's like you're traveling from area to area. You're not gonna have constant things to do, and also it's just really beautiful. I think some of my favorite sunsets that I've seen in this game were in Forlorn Muskeg. It is actually stunning how beautiful that place can get. Timberwolf Mountain, though, that's gonna be an A for me. Actually, do I dare? Hello, move it. Do I dare put it in S? Actually, yeah. This is not objective, right? I'm actually going to put Timberwolf Mountain in S above Mystery Lake. And that is just my opinion on it. Timberwolf Mountain is like, I don't know, it's like the perfect balance for me. I don't like Hushed River Valley because there's just nothing to do or to loot, really. I mean, yeah, there's spots and hidden areas, but like, I don't know, I don't want to go looking at every single nook and cranny or follow every single crow I see just to find like some random hidden loot spot. But Timberwolf Mountain, it's got that one building, which is Mountaineers, and it is a beautiful one. Such a great spot. And then you have a bunch of like these cargo containers, and then you have the prize at the very top of the mountain. It's just so much fun. I love that region. It's beautiful. It's fun. The locations are really awesome. Like, yeah, I have a hard time ever separating myself from Timberwolf Mountain for too long. I'm gonna give that a high S. Transfer Pass. I'm gonna give Transfer Pass a high F. And you gotta bear with me for a second here, okay? I'm more so doing that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm not doing the transition regions in this, because, you know, most of them would just end up being like F or D tiers. But I'm putting Transfer Pass here because I have a hard time, like, I know it is a region, but honestly, I would barely even consider it a region. Like, I cannot in good conscience give Transfer Pass more than an F, just because it's kind of like, oh, a new region, you walk in, you're like, oh, that was it? Ew. Like, I do love the Vacant Depot, and I do like Transfer Pass, but like, I don't know, it's like you walk along the tracks, you get to the depot, you're done with the region. That's the whole thing already. So, yeah, I could not in good conscience give Transfer Pass higher than F. It goes above Blackrock though. I'd still rather be there than Blackrock. Zone of Contamination. Oh, oof. Actually, I'm gonna come back to the Far Territory ones for last, I think. So we'll go Pleasant Valley. Okay, here might be another hot take. Pleasant Valley. I'm gonna put it in C. It's gonna go above. Yeah, it's gonna go above Broken Railroad, but I honestly think that Pleasant Valley is one of the most overhyped regions. Some people like will die on the hill that they love it so much. It's really empty. I don't know, I'm probably gonna I'm probably like contradicting myself a lot, but like it's just how it feels, right? Like whereas Mystery or Forlorn Muskeg feels, it is empty, right? But I don't know, it's like part of that region, I feel like the emptiness, the expansiveness. But with Pleasant Valley, it just feels like it's not empty, but everything is so spaced out. Like, I don't know, there's stuff to do, but there's so much space between them where it's just kind of like open fields with bales of hay. And that's fine. Like, it fits the region well, but me personally, I just don't personally like being there very much. Like, even when I've like I went through a phase where I would base in the farm's house. I almost said farmstead. That works too though. And I would base in the farmhouse, but like it just felt like whenever I wanted to go out and do something, it was just so much walking, which, you know, that is the long dark. I don't know. I can't explain it really beyond just that I really don't like being there. Yeah. I don't know. Ash Canyon. That's a tricky one. Ash Canyon is gonna go A below Bleak Inlet. And my reasoning for that is that it's so similar to me in its role. Because, like, Bleak Inlet, I don't ever want to stay there, but I do go there and I love going there. Ash Canyon, I'm the exact same way, but I also only ever go there once. And it's at the beginning of a run to get the backpack. And then I never really go back. And also, I mean, it's very similar to Bleak Inlet again, actually. Bleak Inlet's got that upper area and the lower area. Ash Canyon has the upper area and the lower area. But the upper and lower areas are so much of a pain to get between. Like, to get to up and down from Bleak Inlet, if you have the rope, it's just one rope climb. if you're doing it for Ash Canyon, it's either 2 rope climbs, or you have to go all the way to the back of the region, up through a cave, and then come back to the front of the region. It's just a lot more of an endeavor, and I don't know, the only really good safe house spots in Ash Canyon are on that upper area. Unless you're, I don't know, I guess a weirdo that wants to stay in the broken down fishing hut. But I mean, I guess you could do Angler's Retreat. Is Angler's Retreat? No, it's Angler's Den. You could do the Angler's Den. But yeah, and then also I also just have a much harder time ever wanting to stay in a dead end region. That's just always going to be it for me. Um yeah, so I do got to say I love Ash Canyon, love the design, love being there. But because you only really need to be there one time, it's going to go below Bleak Inlet for me. Coastal Highway. Oof. This is a really tough one for me because I don't know if it goes above or below Mystery Lake. Hmm. Oh my. This is really hard. Oh, I don't know what to do. I think it's gonna go below Mystery Lake, but honestly, I think before the Trader was introduced, it would have gone above Mystery Lake for me. And that probably sounds confusing because you would think, wouldn't the Trader make me like it more? But no, actually, because I it's so hard to stay motivated in the late game in the long dark, at least for me. And I like having the need to go out and do things. So even though like safe housing in Coastal Highway basically is just the same as if the Trader wasn't there because it's, in the same place. I think what it did is it bumped up Mystery Lake for me because Mystery Lake is close enough to Coastal Highway where I can make trading trips, which I like doing. I like loading up a travois and then going out to the Trader, doing a trip, having an outpost over there in Quonset that I can have, like a secondary safe house with all my trading supplies, and then I can go back and forth, and it adds like a lot more stuff to do, a lot more traveling. It makes the late game a lot more fun. And yeah, I think that's what's gonna be, is that I don't like I don't like being just in Coastal Highway all the time now because it doesn't really give me anywhere else, any reason to go anywhere else. Yeah, I still love the region, I love being there, but I do think that I've kind of gotten sick of it since the Trader's gotten up introduced, honestly. All right, Mountain Town, our last base game region. Mountain Town is gonna be B, below Forlorn Muskeg. And my reason for that is that it's got the opposite problem for me that Hushed River Valley does. Where Hushed River Valley doesn't have enough wilderness going on, Mountain Town's, like, it's got the areas, like, it's got the basin and those areas and stuff, but I mean, let's be honest, who's really staying in the basin? I don't know. I feel like Mountain Town, there's just too much happening. Like, the town area is too big with too much of it. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, it wants to be a big town, but then a lot of it's inaccessible, which is fine because they don't want to give you too much loot, obviously. Like, I know why game balance wise, but I don't know, it feels like a chore to loot everything when I'm there. Like, I feel like I get there and then I have to loot everything and then it gets kind of boring. And then when you make your safe house and like Grey Mothers, you end up, I don't know, it's like it feels like you have to leave the town to do anything interesting because I feel like so much of the beauty of this game is the wilderness, and inside the town itself, you don't get a whole lot. Like, there's just too much buildings around, right? Um, yeah, I mean, it's a great region for beginners. It's still a very fun region, but I personally have just gotten pretty bored of it. Yeah. All right, but now we're on the Far Territories regions, and oof, I don't want to put more than 3 in S. So I'm gonna have to bump one of these. It's gonna be Coastal Highway. Those of you guys who know me know what I'm gonna bump it for. Yeah, I'm putting Coastal Highway down in A, actually. I'm moving that. But we'll start with Zone of Contamination. Actually, no, we'll go in the order of release. We'll go with Forsaken Airfield first. Forsaken Airfield, it's gonna go high B. It definitely has the same problems that I have with Pleasant Valley and also the problem that is with Forlorn Muskeg, where it's super duper open and not a lot going on. I mean, Pleasant Valley's got plenty going on. It's just really far away. Forsaken Airfield, it's got like a mix of the problems of Pleasant Valley and honestly more like Desolation Point, where there are some things. It's just they're really far away from each other. The area is so big, like in Pleasant Valley, and then once you've checked out like the 2 cabins and the hangar area, you're done with the region. So it's like actually it's like a combination of the 2 worst traits from Desolation Point and Pleasant Valley, where at Desolation Point there's only like 3 things to actually do, and Pleasant Valley it's just too big. It's a combination of those. That being said, the reason that it's like a decent ways above those 2 regions is because just the step up in like design, like the interior design, just location design that Hinterland took from Pleasant Valley and Desolation Point into the Far Territories. I love the cabins so much in Forsaken Airfield. I love the hangar environs area, the whole like terminal and watchtower. It's all so cool. And also it's wide open, but it is beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then it connects to the like all the Far Territory regions. Yeah, I mean, its weather is garbage, and and in my experience, I believe it has the highest frequency of glimmer fog. I don't even know if there is actually a difference between the different Far Territory regions, but I swear I get glimmer fog all the freaking time there. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna put that. Zone of Contamination is, I'm gonna put it between Bleak Inlet and Ash Canyon. Because as much as I want to be purely, because my subjective heart wants to put it above Bleak Inlet, but my autism, it's making me be a little bit objective, which is that Zone of Contamination is just like I said with Forsaken Airfield, it's got such amazing design. The idle camp, amazing. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, designed like little areas in the game. The concentrator building's awesome. The whole mine is very cool. And then also even just like the wilderness areas are pretty fun. Like they really scratch the like woodsy vibe. Like I love walking through the waterfall along the river. Like I love all that stuff in this region. But I've also got to be honest and say, when have I ever really gone to Zone of Contamination other than for the tail? And that's what's putting it below Bleak Inlet for me, is like, I do love Zone of Contamination. I love spending my time in it. It's a phenomenally designed region. But also, I've never gone back. I've never really gone there except for doing the tail, or maybe if I need to find some specific loot item. Yeah. But for anybody here that knows me, you know what's gonna happen. You saw this coming from a mile away. Sundered Pass, absolute tippity top of the yes tier. I love Sundered Pass. It is in my opinion, the most perfectly designed region in the whole game. It totally 100% nails the on the peak of a very tall mountain aesthetic. Like towards the very top, you're just on slopes of snow. It's like a glacier almost. No, it's not a glacier, but like a slope of snow, and it's just white for the as far as the eye can see, but not in like a way where it's just empty and boring, but in a way where it's like you're in a inhospitable place. And then, oh my gosh, the danger level is always fun to deal with. granted, I do think you could argue design-wise there should not be that many wolves up there, but it's at least for me fun to deal with that challenge. It's so cold up there that it's always like it gives you that like rush of danger again. It's got the travel cabins are really cool. The buried cabin's very fun. The weather station's very cool. I would say my biggest argument against Sundered Pass is I don't think it has very good safe house locations. Like there's the one cabin with a locked door near the base of the like climb, but I personally don't really find that to be a very appealing base spot. The buried cabin is nice, but there's no indoor fireplace. Which I feel like you should be able to clear out. I feel like you should be able to do a thing where you clear out the snow from the fireplace, because I'm pretty sure the chimney is above the snow. But I digress. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful region, and every time I'm there, I'm just in love. I cannot stress how much I absolutely adore Sundered Pass. Oh, it's so good. I'm eventually, I keep saying I'm gonna do this, but I want to make a video essay on why it's such a beautifully designed region. But whenever I want to do a video essay, I put so much pressure on myself to make it perfect, and then I start writing it, and I'm like, oh, I'm not saying the right things, and then I trash it. But anyways, is there anything here that I want to move? Part of me kind of wants to move Desolation Point to D and then Mountain Town to C. But nah. I don't think it matters all that much. Yeah, but that's my tier list right there. If you guys want to see me do any other kinds of tier lists, then just tell me. Tell me what thing you want me to tier list, and then I can cry about getting all the images ready, because it's annoying sometimes. But yeah, I know that going through this, there was a couple times where I was like, yeah, I definitely contradicted myself. But you know what? This is my list. This is my tier list. My lovely little subjective tier list, and that's my opinion. So you guys can't tell me that I'm wrong, because I'm right. So that's how subjectivity works and opinions work. I have that, so that means that it's true. That's how that works. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching all the way through this video. I've never, this is my first fully unscripted video, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but hey. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, for watching. And if you want me to do any other kinds of tier lists in the future, then let me know. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, please. It'd be super cool if you did that. It helps out a lot. Helps me keep going, keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you. See you later.